Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Stranded Alien Dawn, shall we? So, we've got some animals coming in, but we're going to be fine, and I'm just going to wait for them. They're flashing. Are they coming yet? Nah. Not yet. We'll wait for them. Oh, wait. Maybe they are. Yes. Okay. So some of them are returning, and then these ones are coming at the front. So we need to get ready now. Control R. Draft everyone. And let's start positioning our people. We didn't finish this tower in time, and that is no problem. So I would like Connor to go here. Just putting my best people at combat in a position where they can hit the most. Yoko, Quinn, and then my man, you can go here. Okay, you can see this guy's way out front. We're already getting shots. It's daytime, and you see this is what happens. We didn't get to finish all of our traps, but we did finish these 2 rows here, and these babies are going to solidify our defense profoundly. So this guy has been snared, and so you can go to his health tab, and you can see that his condition is he's trapped, which means he can't move, obviously. He's bleeding and he's in pain, and then they only have 10 hit points. So over time, the bleeding will probably kill him, but before that happens, we'll shoot him down. I don't know how much movement and them not being able to move affects, their dodge or evasion or whatever, but now this guy explodes, so we certainly want him to get trapped and blow up out there. Now he doesn't, you see how he exploded, and it wasn't like a flaming explosion. It was like, a dangerous kind of gas explosion. So this has volatile liquids, and if its chitin shell breaks, they will explode. And it actually affects their allies as well. But either way, it's not going to set fire to our base, and the explosion is small enough that it doesn't hit us unless we're adjacent in melee or close. You can see now, in a day, with no nighttime accuracy penalties, with traps, this is not challenging. Actually, you know what? This guy, I can just move him over here, and he should be able to shoot from behind the fence. We'll see. Yeah. For now, this works out just fine. Just kind of, they're coming from over here. And dead. Easy peasy. How about that? I'm going to just turn everybody off. And I'm going to then double click all of these explosive scarabai. And apparently we don't need to observe them. Like, observing scarabai themselves does it, I guess, gives us enough information. I'm just going to select them all and butcher them. Now, these traps that have been sprung, you don't have to do anything. They are automatically set for people to come rearm, and they will do that. You can turn it off if you don't want them to, but we do. And so we're going to just say, great, good day. You guys wrecked it. And that's how the threats are going to go for us. Currently, we have a really, really nice position for handling these early game threats that march towards our base. And once we fill all of these traps in, finish this, and then get some electricity for some floodlights, we'll be able to be attacked day or night with our team and do a good job. I'm going to go, here we go. All right, now, you see how we researched spaceship deconstruction? So what this means is now I can actually click on the landing pod again and scavenge it, or this debris and salvage it. if you don't have that technology, your people don't really understand how to take it apart well enough. But the more you research it, the more you can... You see how there's so many pieces around us. We're going to get a ton of supplies. And this is intentional. Like, your map is, of course, going to look different unless you play on the same seed as this game. But there's going to be enough of these around. And they're meant to give you scrap metal. And what we want is our electronics so that we can start to get solar panels and wind turbines to make production of energy easier than just burning fuel all the time. Burning fuel is something we can do. We have 220, but you'll go through it pretty rapidly. And we need fuel, obviously, as well for, things like our hot air balloon. So I'm going to actually click on this and salvage it, and salvage that as well. So people took a walk. So Rita loves walking. So she enjoys her favorite pastime, which is just walking around, I guess. So she's going to do that. These people are loving the shroom torch. They enjoyed the decoration. Now, this is a drawback of building a chair inside, is that this will disturb their sleep. But it's not that big of a deal, because people coming in will also disturb their sleep. And he goes right to sleep, so he just wanted to sit down before sleep. You can understand that. It is currently 64 degrees indoors, 62 degrees outdoors, so no problem. Not too hot. And I'm going to dismiss this. Oh, that's right. We got that lance. So I'm going to tell our best fighter to... I'm going to go to inventory, and I'm going to take off the spear and give them this laser pike. Just seems stronger. And did I give you a spear yet? No. I have to wait until he puts his spear back. Now, he shouldn't wake up. I didn't think he would wake up to do that. Okay, my bad, dude. I did that before to somebody and they kept sleeping. Here, dude, you can, what time is it? No, it's the middle of the night. Here, why don't you sleep? Just sorry about that. I thought that wouldn't be top priority, but they do a great job of equipping. Some games, it takes forever for people to equip stuff. This one, they really put that high on the list. It's good. So we have some insect meat about to rot away, which, no problem. We can research a way to ferment insect meat into liquid fuel here, which we already did. And this is something as well. And we're going to do this until we have, I'm just going to say 300 fuel. It's a great way to use insect meat. Oh, that's right. We got this cool helmet, too. I want to equip that for somebody. Oh, I'm actually having the mouse over this. We got another pulse rifle. Awesome. Okay, so we can really upgrade our people with some better weapons and armor. We also have all these summer hats that were built. Now, you see these summer hats? They take up one square here on the stockpile. We're going to need to build some more shelves for apparel, because that's just too much space. I'm going to just build another shelf. And build one here. And we can set... I'm actually going to just build a giant shelf over here, too. Excellent. Okay, now that everybody's awake, I can safely change this to a laser pike. And... let me give... who is my next best? I think it's Quinn. Let me give him a pulse rifle. And... Rita... Now, the synthetic helm is really, really good for blunt deflection, piercing deflection. It's not great for, like, the straw hat is good for heat. This is good for keeping you warm, though. So if this makes her too hot, we'll take it off. Furnace done. This allows us to go to the furnace and we can smelt scrap metal into refined alloy if we want to, or smelt ore, which we now can see on the map. And this is all rock, but you can find ore deposits like this. This is ore. It's just darker, but we need to observe it, I suppose. So I'll set that. Anything else that I need to observe while I'm around here? And just... we haven't observed that guy. Just looking around, you see there's like more spaceship debris up here for us to get stuff from. And this will continue to fall from the sky, too, throughout the game. Rocks in the water. Did we observe this tube plant? We didn't. I want to observe it, but I want to make sure that if there's any closer, we'd like to do that. Having them walk that far away to observe is kind of brutal. I mean, it might be what we have to do, but that's fine. We'll get it. The nice thing about observing is you just do it once, and then you've got it. Duh, it's so far away. I will set it to observe, because I want it done. But I'll see if over here up this ridge there's any instead. There's some over here, but that doesn't seem too much closer. Did we look at the Alphen yet? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm going to unpause it. Yoko is just crushing it on crafting. Okay. Let's see here. Quinn is trying to work down Yoko. She's like, I've been trained to seduce and kill men. I don't know if this relationship's going to work out. Alright, our guy is going to salvage. Excellent. We got insect fats researched. So this lets us turn in animal into delicious fat, which we can use for cooking and other applications. Alright, Connor is cutting. Wow, okay, so we've got plenty of hay. I'm gonna just cap this at 1,000. Severe heat wave coming. We don't have air conditioning. It's going to take us a while to get there. The shooting target has been destroyed. That's okay. It's okay. Alright. Another day in the life. Alright, I'm going to go to my activities, and who's my best at construction? Quinn? Well, he's doing research. So, I'm actually... Connor should be doing construction more than he's like butchering and doing hunting. Why is he not making these things? Hopefully he'll get it together. I think what I'll do is, yeah, I'm just going to go to activities, and I'm going to put this all the way at number 1 so that construction just gets done first by Connor. I'm also going to set a harvest of 1,000 for the cloth blossom. I'm going to set a limit of 500 for that. I think a limit of 200 is good here. Just so I'm not farming forever on some of the stuff. Like, I don't want to make it so it rots away. But I love having plenty so that I can just make clothing for everyone. And Connor, where'd you go, buddy? Oh, he's salvaging. Now, I wonder... I mean, that's good. Okay, cool. We finally got electronics. So that means we can go into manage, and we can go into research, and we can get wind turbines and solar panels. Now, check this out. I'm going to click on solar panels and wind turbines, and then you can shift left-click on this and shift left-click on... 1, 2... Like, there we go. To move these to the front of the queue. Now... You have to be careful about moving stuff to the front of the queue, though, because in my experience, please correct me if I'm wrong if you're a veteran player, I think you lose all the progress on what you were researching. So if you had just a little bit done on this, like in RimWorld, you can return to it and you retain your progress. But I think in this, you might lose it. So you got to be really careful if you're going to bump something out. And then after this, we're going to want energy storage. So I'm actually going to... get these off of there. I want green energy and batteries just right away, now that we have that. So he's salvaging again. Now, why is that? Why isn't he building stuff? Okay, this salvaging is construction, I guess. No, it should be scavenge. Maybe he's trying to get the supplies to make these traps, and so he won't do it until he gets the metal? Anyway, you need to finish missing resources for the wooden tower. Oh, we're out of wood. That's what it is. I clicked on this earlier, and I glanced up, and I missed... Yes, that's what it is. Okay. I'm like, what's going on here? No, it's user error. I ran out of wood. I looked up and I saw sticks, and it just... That's the wrong thing. Alright, there we go. But salvage is good, too, because we need a ton of metal. See how fast? Look at that. Solar panels, done. So that's why the shelves weren't done. It's so interesting that Quinn keeps leveling up crafting. My guess would be it's because he's next to somebody who's crafting and talking about it. Like he's getting residual crafting knowledge from Yoko. Because he's not really ever... He's just researching the whole time. But I don't know if Yoko's, like, research is going up. All right. Draka has been understood. This animal here, we can make a statue of it. These big dudes are usually passive, which is good. Solar panels, wind turbines. Researched electric smelting. Good. We got 16 electronics. We need these. And now we've got wood that hopefully Connor will bring over and use to help us finish this construction. And how are we doing on food? We're doing great, but we can add some more. Let's see what we can get in there. I can wrap up meals that I've cooked into emergency rations, and that's not a bad idea to store food. Buttermelon pie, we would need grain. So we still haven't found grain cob yet, actually. That's a good point. Let me look around. I might have to go far for that. So it looks unsurprisingly like wheat coming out of the ground, a tall, grassy guy. And in my experience, sometimes certain plants are harder than others to find. Like I told you in my Let's Play, I saw no cloth blossom near me at all. And so maybe, you know, grain cob is going to be difficult for us to find. Wait. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to set this to observe. Great. And all we have to do is observe it, and then we can start growing it. It's not close. Let's see if there's any that's closer. By the way, sometimes if you want, you could just draw like a giant box, and then it'll tell you what's around, like multiple objects, so you can say, okay, well, what do we got? And here's tall grass right here, but that's not what we're looking for. We need specifically something that we... Manure. Now you're talking. Now I'll just leave it as is. That's fine. It's far away, but we'll get there. And then we'll be able to have wheat and make some bread and other cool stuff for people to eat. So we're up to 310 wood, which means hopefully these little construction projects can get completed. I'd like to put away some of our stuff onto shelves instead of just sitting it out. It's indefinite, the cloth, when it's under the roof, so that's pretty good. But it might... Energy storage done. Great. So we finished our queued research. Let me go into science immediately. Go to research. Oh, not there. Go here. Okay. Force field. I mean, that's pretty sweet, but what we want are... Battery optimization would be cool. Okay, so we need to find CPU cores. We'll find CPU cores to get heat pumping, which is... heat pumping is like air conditioning and heat. It's so good because it basically allows you to set a temperature, and if it's too hot, it will cool it down, and if it's too cold, it will heat it up to get to that temperature, and it kind of handles your thermostat situation. So this is what we want, but we need CPU cores to get it, and we'll get that by salvaging ships with higher levels of salvage. And I'm going to go ahead and do freezers. Hydroponic racks allows us, obviously, to grow year-round, so if it's cold. And this is cool, but we'll want it eventually. But honestly, if we harvest enough and put it in the freezer, we're going to be fine. I'm going to get this going. Camp management allows you to set work zones, which can be useful. Night goggles allows people to shoot at night, which is a big deal. Okay, so from what I have, you see over here, by the way, too, these breakthroughs. These are going to be different for you potentially and depend on like what you've discovered. And like in my Let's Play, I didn't have meat printing, I don't believe, or battery optimization. So these might just be different for each run. I want automatic turrets. That goes without saying. But these need CPU cores, so we have to wait for that. So while we're waiting for CPU cores... So this would help against solar flares for our solar panels. That's kind of cool. I'm going to get a flamethrower. It's a nice use for fuel for us. And I will go into armor, bench press, concrete rooms. Okay. Just getting a smattering of all things. I'm just going to have him constantly researching. It's excellent. Some of our next projects are going to be... We can make the oil press. Oh, yeah, we should make this. We can make an electric cook stove, but we're not really there on that yet. Some of our next projects are going to be to build another interior structure, but it's going to be a multi-story building that will be like the mess hall on the bottom, which will be a space. It'll be a kind of a large structure that will be for cooking, storing food, people eating, and maybe some indoor recreation. And then on the second floor, we're going to move all of our crafting stations inside so that we can manage the heat. And we're going to need to get that going because it's going to start getting colder. So I'm going to build a wooden oil press. And we could just drop that right there. Okay, so now we're almost done with the shelves and things. Rita is going to melt down. So what you up to, Rita? Oh, you know what it is. It's because this is so far away. She had a bunch of disturbed sleep. She's hungry. She's stressed out. Not great. Oh, she's right next to the grain cob. But yeah, this is the problem when you set something so far away. And sometimes you just have to do this for observation. All right, dried smoke leaf, apparently. We got energy storage. And there's some more crash. So this is an expedition that's been set. So we can do this, and we can go say, hey, go launch the expedition, and we can go up in our balloon and go to explore it. I'm not really worried about Rita melting down. She'll come back and, you know, we could check her out now. She's really, really unhappy, but see how she wants to go harvest? All you have to do is just go in here with Rita selected and then just click here and just say, eat veggie soup. and just have her eat. Like, force her to do it. Because I think what the AI does is, like, it sets a goal, and when you have to walk so far, by the time they get there, they've become hungry, but they can't override sometimes their initial goal, and this makes them unhappy. But if we just have her eat and sit down, like, immediately, she's going to be fine. And now you can see her happiness jump all the way up. She's just burned out, but then you can just take her, and she's going to walk, which she loves. Watch this. So it's dark. We do need to put lighting around, and we're going to build electricity. That's another thing that we're going to do. And she's tired, but now she's really having a good time. She's appreciating the statue. She's no longer upset about that, and she's going to go in and go to sleep. Sweet. So it's going to take us a second, and it might not be ideal for us to get our building constructed that we want, but we're going to lay that in. We might have to expand our fenced-in area to fit the building that I want to build for us, because it's going to be kind of big. But once we can get crafting and eating and cooking into a heated space, things will get better. We're going to finish these traps, get more metal, and get electricity set up. So everyone, we're doing great. I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. And we've got a lot of work to do as we, scale up our technology and have fun in Stranded: Alien Dawn. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.